What's up, guys? My name is Aaron or Ajmarkle, and welcome to the Ajmarkle Show. Today, we're going to be talking about a YouTube group. This segment's going to be talk story of YouTubers. Disclaimer, I may make a few mistakes, so correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to talk about Team Edge. Before we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and join membership so you don't miss out on these videos before anyone else. Before they go public, that is. They usually come out Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time and 5 Eastern Time. But this week it's Tuesday. So anyway, we're going to go to the segment right now. Alright guys, so we're talking about Team Edge. Team Edge started a YouTube channel on September 8th, 2015. And the three people that were around to start it were Matthias, J-Fred or Joey, and Brian. To break this down, Matthias and Joey are brothers, and Matthias's sister married Brian. Oh, and don't forget, J-Fred and Matthias' sister Sarah married Brian. So Brian's their brother-in-law. So we kind of see a family bonding right there. They made Team Edge a long time ago, about 7.5, almost 8 years ago, almost. And they actually started off by doing a challenge video called the 7-second challenge, where you had to do something in 7 seconds, like me running and turning on a game console so I can record gameplay. And also, they've done multiple challenges throughout their channel, which also helped them grow a lot. But something to point out, they didn't just do random challenges and expect to grow. They had their own comedy into it, sometimes even fails, and cheating, which comes with the term, "You're such a cheater, bro." And they also have expanded from being at Matthias' house to having their own edge space. But between that, they actually used to share a spot with a studio called Hi-Fi Studios, now called Spellbound, so we don't get that confused. And they actually did a lot more challenges, including collabs with multiple other people, including one of my favorite gamers, Markiplier. Well, basically, when Markiplier has younger days, he actually did a challenge with Team Edge called Super Hot IRL Challenge. Super Hot's a game where you move, the other person moves. So it's basically a you move, everything else moves. So you gotta go slow and avoid getting hit. And Markiplier dyed his hair red, partly for that occasion. And then he kept it on as part of his shtick, I think. I might be wrong. And what ended up happening because of Markiplier, he ended up helping Team Edge grow a little more. It also helps that Matthias is friends with Markiplier too. I don't know if they still are today, but if they are, that's cool. Something else to point out though, Markiplier, his own comedy and his, I guess you might say, flexibility helps a lot too. Although I do find it a little weird that Markiplier dressed up as Princess Peach in their Mario Kart video. I'm a little weirded out by that. But anyway, that's how I heard about them. And over time, when Team Edge was growing and growing, they ended up leaving Hi-Fi Studios and decided to have their own edge space of their own. So they moved out. That's part of the reason Markiplier's friend Matthias is not really with Team Edge much anymore. He was one of the original members, but ever since then, Team Edge expanded with multiple people, which included Bobby, Jordan, and many other people. If you guys can mention the rest, comment below. There were other people that used to be part of them, like Megan, and even have guests like Merlin on there. Yes, I remember seeing Merlin from the Flower Bucket Challenge. So there's that. And Giant Ping Pong Challenge too. So yeah, those challenges are awesome. Oh, we can't forget Connor. He's actually around my age, just to point that out. Yes, everyone Team Edge probably is older than me, or around my age. But anyway, enough about that. Team Edge is still growing today. They used to do a thing called the Edge Games. That's when they have a series of random challenges, which is in the series of the Edge Games. But they used to be able to make a challenge to win each, challenge and get a point for the Edge game. Example, like if there was Edge Games today and say Brian won, he gets a point for the Edge Games. Nowadays though, they really don't do that, but they did try using Edge Games like game show style, where they had teams of people do random challenges just to be able to get points and see who wins in the final round. They had almost 2 seasons of it, but unfortunately the reception of it, I don't think it was received that well. So instead, they ended up deciding to not do it anymore and went back to the old ways of how they did their channel. I mean, it makes sense though, because Team Edge did try to bring back an old concept and make it into a somewhat of a new concept, but in their defense, they thought that it was a good idea. And sometimes when you think you have a good idea, you try it out for a little bit, but then you find out it's not a good idea and you stop. So that means though that Team Edge basically did have to try some things out that didn't work. And during 2020, by the way, during the time when everything was just like restricted, they attempted to do another series as well, but it didn't work. Sometimes when you start something, it doesn't work, you have to stop. So yeah, Team Edge had their ups and downs there. Also, it's one thing to point out that Matthias was there with them, but yeah, it's not the same. Now personally though, before I end up with more about Team Edge, I want to explain something about why I think Team Edge is pretty dope. I mean, yes, I'm a Christian, and they're Christian too, by the way. I think they're underrated, and I know they have done challenge that other people have tried, including some of their friends, the Dangy Bros. Maybe I should do a video on them when I do a little research on them. And they even have family involved. I almost forgot. Marvin and Kevin are Brian's brothers. Marvin the youngest, Kevin the eldest. Probably should be a show. Brian the middle versus Marvin the younger and Kevin the elder. I don't know. Maybe that might be interesting. So anyway, Team Edge has basically been an inspiration for me a little bit. And honestly, they are the type of people I want to meet IRL someday. I mean, my favorite person from Team Edge, though, if I had to choose, is Brian. Yes, though, Brian can be a cheater and messes with Bobby, his cousin. Well, Jay Fred Matthias and Brian's cousin. Yeah. And kind of mocks him a little bit. I like how they tease each other a little bit, kind of lighthearted. Like Bobby, whenever he eats a shaky hands, like... And they also have done a lot of crazy things that actually got him hurt a little bit too, including like getting hit below the bell, getting hit in the face, and sometimes they get hit with a ping pong in the chest. I know what you did, Bobby, and that was basically how they had their run of comedy, and that's basically what stands out between them and other YouTubers. But hey, it's my opinion that Team Edge deserves a lot more. Do they deserve 20 million subscribers? 10 million subscribers? I think so. And who knows? Maybe you guys should tell Team Edge about this show. I mean, maybe they might comment. Who knows? Anyway, I will end this video with a hope you guys like this. I mean, it's only one segment, but the reason I'm doing one segment because I actually want to keep it simple today with a few clips and, well, maybe not clips from the video because I don't want to do that because I know a lot of people have done that, but I kind of just want to show just pictures of the thumbnails of what they do and give concepts of what they try to do without trying to download other videos, because my advice is don't do that until you get permission. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. If you guys like it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you, rock. Don't forget it.